What's going on, guys? Today we are in Austell, Georgia, checking out some new construction homes. So my name is Worrell Thomas. I am a residential real estate agent in the Metro Atlanta area that's going to help you buy, sell, and invest in real estate. So if you're looking or know anybody that's looking, send them my way because I'd love to make the next move your best move. So yes, we're in Austell, Georgia. This is a new construction home, and this one has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in it. So a pretty good package there. This builder actually, they typically build some of the cheapest new construction homes that you can find. So this is actually the lowest price new construction single family home that you can find in Cobb County. And this one is priced just under $350,000, so it's $349,900. So for all the people that like to go in the comments and say homes are overpriced, here is one that I would say is affordable. Again, you're going to get 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, just over 1,600 square feet for under $350,000. And this one has a garage on it. So this builder typically builds this floor plan. I've seen about 4 or 5 of their different homes. They typically build it with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, but over here to the right, they've added a bedroom and the 1-car garage. So we're gonna walk through and check it out. So first off, we'll just check the front yard here and the landscaping. So they didn't really put down any sod or anything, but there is some grass that will grow here. And you do have a little bit of some landscape design right here in the front. And for this builder, a lot of their homes are pretty much the same. So the landscaping of what you get is pretty much the same here. And I do like that you do get a front porch area here. And the fact that this is a ranch home, it's a safe way to go because it appeals to a wide range of people. Whether you are just buying this for yourself or you have your parents may come live with you for a while, you're an older couple maybe who just don't want to have to deal with the steps anymore. It just appeals to a wide range of people. So when you first walk in, it's pretty wide open. Living area is just a huge open space. Of course, you see your kitchen back there, but I'll go ahead and show you the living room. So this is actually pretty big compared to living rooms that you get in a lot of homes, and especially for this one being just under 1,700 square feet. So you have a large accent wall here. I actually do like this color that they've painted the accent wall in. It's this dark green, and it just gives elegance, it gives luxury, it gives sophistication in the color anyway. That's what that looks like. The rest of the walls, though, are this almost tannish off-white color. It kind of gives me the vibes of the colors they used to use like in the early 2000s in a lot of homes when everything was kind of a weird yellow tan color. But I guess it works. It's something different than white, and we've seen white in a lot of homes. So that's what they've decided to go with. I just realized I forgot to turn the kitchen lights on so that we can see some more details. So let's go ahead and do that. I do like this pendant lighting going across the top here. And for $350,000, you get a home with gold finishes. You don't see that a lot. Nice large island here. And I do like this detail that they put down here. I'm glad they went with that because this island is a focal point, not just for the kitchen, but pretty much for the whole living area. When you first walk inside, the first thing that you see, huge object that you see, is the island. So having that down there being decorative is smart on the builder. Not to say somebody wouldn't buy the house for it, but if you're going to be seeing this all the time, it's just nice to see or nice to have. So here's the kitchen. And again, forgot to turn on the other light. I'm over here acting like I'm brand new. So that made a huge difference. So I'll walk back over here so you can see it again. with just the lighting of the kitchen. So you don't get a fridge, but that's pretty common nowadays. We'll see if this is soft close or not. It's feeling like it just from the pull. And look at that. For under $350,000, you get soft close. And not only do you get soft close, you actually get a backsplash. So you have shiplap backsplash here. So we went into a new construction the other day with a client that I'm working with. And man, it was one of the bigger builders, and they're somewhat new to Georgia. I'm not gonna call them out, but they do things a little bit differently. And in their basic package, they're selling homes with no backsplash at all. And their selling point is saying, why pay us to do it when you could just do it yourself? Well, my rebuttal to that is that most people don't want to have to take on a project when purchasing a house, especially at these prices and with these interest rates that they have. They want to be able to purchase a turnkey home. And I don't think something like a backsplash is very expensive. As a matter of fact, I know it's not very expensive because we replaced the backsplash in my personal house, and it wasn't more than about $500 to do it. And that was tile. So with this shiplap and this amount of space, I don't think it's anything too crazy to do something like this. So again, for a house under $350,000, I really do like the fact that they added that. So here's your cabinet pulls, and this is actually a huge cabinet here. So go ahead and open that up. And now this one, I don't think this is soft closed. Actually, it is soft close. Another nice touch for under $350,000. Nice, wide, deep sink. Was just talking with a client yesterday, and they really appreciate these wide, deep sinks, especially if it doesn't have the divider in the middle. Another divider was common 90s and early 2000s. When we start getting dishes piling up and just trying to do things in the kitchen and with the sink, that divider just kind of gets in the way. So you have your electric stovetop here. Me personally, I love gas, even though I'm not the primary cook in my house, but I love the way how gas cooks food. You got your range up here, and then your oven down here. Very good. Got plenty of cabinet space here in the island. I know a lot of people appreciate the sink not being on the island. Me personally, I don't mind the sink being on the island, especially if it's a big island. Like again, in my personal house, my island sticks out a little bit further than this one. So we have a huge space, plus our sink is right here, but it doesn't bother me at all. But a lot of people from the comments just really don't like a sink being on the island. So you let me know in the comments. Do you absolutely hate your sink being in the island, or would you be okay if you had one there? Again, for under $350,000, this house doesn't have it in the island. They have it right here by the window where you can look outside as you are washing your dishes. Here's your pantry. Nothing too special there. It's a decent amount of space. I know recently in the comments, a lot of people has been not too happy with the wire racks and the pantries and the closets, but those houses, I will say, were a lot more expensive, almost twice the price of this one. So in this one, you get what you pay for, maybe a little bit more. Here's your backyard area. Again, so I like the fact that they do put these little rocks here around the house, because if these rocks were not here, you'd have mud all up against the walls here, and especially on this white house, it looks horrible, even if it's a new construction. They give you a little awning over the back door so you can step outside, and when it's raining, it's not going to be getting on your head. So that's good. This is another view of the living room from this angle. So again, this house has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Most of the bedrooms are over this way, but we'll start over here with this additional bedroom here. So walking in, this is pretty much what you get. You got a window. And I want to say this bedroom is probably about, and don't quote me on this, but 10 feet by 11 feet, maybe by 12. Closet space, pretty straightforward. Typical closet. I'll show you the garage. Your 1-car garage. I'm a huge fan of garages. Again, this builder who build some of the lowest price homes in Cobb County, in all of Cobb County. Every time I'm looking at new construction, theirs is right there, cost-wise, at the lowest. Typically don't add the garage, but they did on this one. If I buy a house, I have to have a garage. I can't do without it. My current house, we have a 2-car garage. Half of it's a gym, and then we park the other car in there because our cars are electric, and then we have to charge in there. So here's your laundry room. Decently sized. Again, 1,600 square feet, and the rooms really make sense in size here. So you have a large living room, as I showed you, and then a large laundry room with a sink. You have a sink in your laundry room in a house that's under $350,000. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, a sink is not a lot of money, you know, but I'm telling you, in 90% of the home, even big houses, even houses that are pretty expensive, that I tour sometimes, do not have a sink in there, and they threw it in here. And for the builder, if you're building something from scratch, it's not that much money to run a water line here and then throw this sink in here. Like, this isn't the most expensive thing. This is probably the cheapest sink, auxiliary sink that you can find, and they decided to put it in there. But I know whoever buys this house and buy a house like this will really appreciate it, especially for the price. So inside of the laundry room, it's so big. This is where you'll find your water heater. It's nice to have that in the house. And let me just point something out, since in Georgia, I don't know if you live in Georgia, but if you do live in Georgia, we're gonna be having a freeze warning coming up here soon. So if you ever wanna figure out where the main water cutoff is for your house, a lot of times it is by the water heater. And you see they have labeled it here, main water shut off. So if a pipe busts in your house, run over there. Got your closet here. And I guess this is your coat closet, since there's not one by the front door. You have your guest bathroom. So it looks like porcelain tile floors. And then they give you the tile going up here around the tub. So I like the fact that they included a tub here. And then they put the tiles going across here, and then a spot where you can put your soap and anything that you need to be held up here. Pretty nice. Single vanity. And this bathroom services these 3 bedrooms on this side. Oh, I'm sorry, not all 3, because this is your primary bedroom right here. And then you have 2 secondary bedrooms. So my only gripe with this is that the primary bedroom, you share a wall with this bedroom right here. That might be a problem for some people, and it actually might be good for other people. So if you have like a very young child, you probably want to keep them close by. I don't know how close, but you probably want to keep them close by. So here's your primary bedroom. And I don't know if I mentioned the flooring before, but this is what it looks like. And this looks to be some type of laminate flooring that they put in here. Some LVP. You know, it's funny, we use the word LVP, and some of the floorings that you see, because the L in LVP stands for luxury vinyl plank, but a lot of the floors are not luxury. This one isn't too bad. When you're walking on it, it's not that light tap, tap, tap sound that makes it feel like it's plastic or anything, so that's good. The floor feels very solid, but it should because we're on a slab. So here's your closet. You actually have two closets in here, so his and hers. You have another one over here too. Very good. And then here's the primary bathroom. So same design as the previous bathroom that I showed you for the guests. You still do just get one vanity in here. Get a closer look at the finish that they decided to go with. And then pretty large standing shower. And that's pretty much it for your primary. Then of course you got your two bedrooms here. I like that. This one is a decent size. So this may be a 11 by 12 size bedroom. Again, please don't quote me on that. But you get a decent amount of space. Again, just under 1,700 square feet. And you have 4 decently sized rooms, a large living room. The bathrooms are a good size. I mean, this house is just very functional. The floor plan is very functional. And the price is very functional. And we shall check out the last bedroom. I do like that there's no carpet in this house. This closet, just like the other ones, just seem a tiny bit deeper. And that wraps it up for the tour of this house. Again, I just wanted to showcase the lowest price new construction single family home that you can find in all of Cobb County. And we know that home prices in Cobb County has shot up quite a bit ever since 2020. I mean, for a while you couldn't find homes for under $400,000. So to get a brand new built home that's single family, get a garage, you have a large driveway space for $349,900. I don't know if you can beat it. I really don't. One thing I should point out too, I know this living room space is large, but I realize the home is not staged, so you would figure out where you would put your dining table, which would probably be around right here. Typically you have that flow of the kitchen, island, dining room table right there, and then your living room. And even with that, still a huge space. So it would have been cool if this place was staged, just to get an idea of where everything would go and how they would use up the space. But nonetheless, still shows very well. So this home is located in Austell, Georgia. I'll reiterate again, it's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, just under 1,700 square feet for $349,900. So if you're interested or know anyone that's interested, hit my line and we'll make your next move your best move.